Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. And I think this debate serves as a good plan to set the scene for 48 hours' time. I would agree with the member from the Forest of Dean that there's going to be a large amount of people who want to speak in that debate, and the length of the debate should be considered to be increased. In 48 hours' time, we'll be looking at the measures to protect the NHS, to stop it from being overburdened, to protect the workforce, to protect the most vulnerable, and to try and help get through non-COVID and COVID problems. In 48 hours' time, we'll be voting on the economic impact, trying to mitigate the measures we're putting in place, trying to maintain businesses, trying to support jobs, trying to make COVID-secure measures, and discussing the impact on our finances of this country for our children and our children's children. In 48 hours, there will be a vote, and every member is going to have to consider the impact of what that means. I want to spend my few minutes talking about the pragmatic side before we get there, because I hope to speak in that debate on Wednesday. And I think it was Lincoln who said, "Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I'll spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe." And that's what I want the government to do in the next 48 hours. The one benefit we have is we've learnt from last time's lockdown. We know what it looked like. People know what it looked like. This House knew what it looked like. So therefore, we can use these 48 hours to pull the guidance together, to clear those concerns, iron out the anomalies, for example, when we had garden centres, explain the differences, that schools are now open, that we have bubbles, and that people understand that they should now get a test. Because this is something we have control over as the government, the communication of how we put that message out. And we have 48 hours to get that right. The concerns from Bosworth in my email box today are many and varied, from non-COVID work, health work, mental health, golf, fishing, the ability to take away beer, going to the gym, faith meetings. And I know from my meeting on Sunday, where the Minister was kind enough to be there and the Secretary of State, to hear these questions that many MPs, and indeed tonight we've heard them raised yet again, that the civil servants are looking at how to put this all in place. I urge the government to hear those messages, to learn from what we've seen before, and even better, put it all together in a document that compares what we had before and what we're having in the future, so everyone can see, from MPs in this House to the general public, what has changed and what stays the same. We have 48 hours to sharpen the guidance, ready for Wednesday. And I hope on Wednesday, in doing that, we can cut down COVID.